An emphatic yes. You have seen this before, you are seeing it now, you are yet to see more. You have seen before how the party has been biting, you have seen how the party has been biting again in the recent past, you are yet to see more. So an emphatic yes. And if you need cases where the NRM government has sent so many people into Luzira on corruption-related allegations or charges, I think the list is there. The list is there, the DPP can provide, the Corruption Court can provide, the IGG can provide. There is a long list. Going against the Public Finance Management Act while passing this, the answer is no. The fundamental question is, between the Constitution and the Public Finance Management Act, which one is supreme? The Constitution is supreme. And if there is any disagreement within any provision in any act and that of the Constitution, the one of the Constitution prevails. In this case, we are talking about the appropriation bill, much as it is the budget. But the constitutional framework thought it wise that to administer the doctrine of checks and balances, the budget must be transformed into a bill. Now, the bill, when passed by Parliament, is assented to by the President. But that is still the budget for the country. So it is like a law. So finance will have the legal mandate to release monies based on what has been approved by Parliament and assented to by the President. Now, in terms of going against Public Finance Management Act, in this case, it is Article 91 of the Constitution now prevailing over all provisions of the Public Finance Management Act, because this is an appropriation bill that is provided for under Article 91, how a bill is returned to Parliament by the President. In Kenya yesterday, completely no. Ours is budget related, ours is a bill, because at the end of the day, the budget proposal goes through a bill. And the moment the finality is a bill, the bill has to be assented to, just like a law, to give the Ministry of Finance the powers and the mandate to release the money. What happened in Kenya is consideration of the tax-related bills. We have already considered the tax-related bills and passed them. What we are talking about is the appropriation bill. The appropriation bill is the budget of the next financial year. Tax-related bills were handled and passed. I believe they have even been assented to. So these are two distinctions. Ours is budget, the one in Kenya is tax-related. When the return affect the next financial year, I am reliably informed that Parliament received the notification from the President last evening, and by this morning a decision was already taken for Parliament to be recalled next week on Tuesday, implying the leadership of Parliament is alive to the fact that the moment we delay this process, we shall end up paralyzing the supplies of money for Q1 for the next financial year. That is the reason why, in my humble opinion, the Right Honorable Speaker decided with the clerk to convene Parliament at the earliest opportunity, such that whatever is requested for in the letter of the President can be able to be addressed, maybe at the start of the next financial year, such that we don't end up paralyzing or frustrating the release of monies to government, ministries, departments, and agencies. So in my humble opinion, this may not. This can be handled within 1 or 2 days. We shall be done. Then the bill will be returned to the President for assent. Is not communicated. I believe that Parliament will be able to get what are the areas, or what are the issues, or what are the concerns being raised by His Excellency the President, because if he chooses to return the bill in writing, that means that particular concern raised or concerns raised by the President will be read on the floor, such that the entire Parliament that did the approval should understand that His Excellency the President is returning this particular bill to Parliament, and his concerns to be addressed by Parliament are A, B, C, D. So we wait until Tuesday at 10, when the presiding officer will officially notify Parliament of the reasons advanced by His Excellency the President for returning the appropriation bill for consideration by Parliament. Who followed Parliament? You are aware when this report came, the Right Honourable Speaker that was presiding over on that day guided that this report should be entirely shared with the organs of government that are mandated to do further investigation, because the report and the content therein, in terms of the finding, had some criminality. So as Parliament, this was now outside our mandate. I believe that the report was shared by CID, the report was shared by the Inspectorate of Government, the report was shared by the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. That is why you are now seeing the results we are seeing. Now, NRM does not need to meet. NRM can take action even when it has not met. For instance, you are aware, March's majority of the members arrested are members of NRM. Majority of them were members of the Budget Committee. Honorable Mudimi was the Vice Chair of Budget Committee. You are all aware that last year but one, he was relieved of the Deputy Chair position in the Budget Committee. Honorable Namuju was a member of the Budget Committee. You are aware that when we were designating members to the standing committees last year but one, she was relieved of her membership in the Budget Committee. Honorable Akamba was a member of the Budget Committee. You are aware that when we were designating members into the standing committee, we relieved him of his membership in the reason why I would say in clear terms that they have spent 6-7 weeks looking for 177 signatures in a population sample of 500 plus. Now just imagine there was limitation in the collection of signatures under that rule, probably 14 days or 2 weeks. Would you still state that that particular motion would still be alive now? It would be dead on arrival. So what I am stating is, we appeal to members of the NRM to respect the internal due processes of their party. If you have a challenge, first invoke. Because even when the chairman of NRM Parliamentary Caucus is not